Here are some additional cool tricks and hidden features. To start off with, trying to stack opposite shells will completely negate the second shell. What I mean by this is if someone goes Fortifying Shell and someone else goes Phantom Shell, if you pop the Phantom Shell after the Fortifying Shell, the Phantom Shell and its effects will be completely negated and vice versa. Next up, we have a cool interaction between Cab and Yemo. While Cabrakan is trembling, neither Yemoja nor her allies can take a Riptide. Doing so just makes them fall to the ground. This effect also happens with other Vortex style abilities such as Poseidon Whirlpool and Hades ult. This next one may be a little bit more known, but Maui can pull people through Magi's. Since this pull is not considered to be a hard CC ability, it completely ignores Magi's and doesn't proc Spirit Robe either. Finally, we have another interaction with Ares. Lance is CC immune to everything but stuns when he's riding his horse. For unknown reasons, when Ares ults Lance, it won't pull him, but it will take him off his horse and stun him in place. This next one's a really cool trick with Maui when sieging the enemy Titan. If you aggro the Titan and jump while it's hitting you, the Titan stays aggro to you but does no damage. What's even cooler is when you get back to the ground, the Titan damage actually resets on you as if you were to leave the room and re-enter it. This neat interaction with Shell is a bit hidden, but Shell, no matter which one you get, will mitigate structure damage by up to 40% per shot. I think this is because Shell is treating the structure shots as auto attacks, since Shell reduces auto attack damage by up to 40% while it's active. What's also neat about this is even if you have just a tiny bit of Shell left, it will still mitigate the tower shot even if it burns through your Shell. Here's a simple yet not too widely known interaction with Yemoja. Despite what it may look like, Yemo can actually use CDR proc items. A lot of people don't realize that Genji's and Chronos' pendant actually do work with Yemoja. Take a look at my Omi bar. When I get hit by a magical ability, you can see my Omi meter jump up to what would otherwise be 3 seconds of Omi regen. This holds true for Chronos' pendant as well. For every tick from pendant, you can see my Omi meter jump up to what would otherwise be 1 second of regen. Here's a cool trick with Susano. You can actually pull someone while they're in the air and create a bigger knockup while also increasing airtime. This is most notably done through Susano's ult, but you can do it with other big knockups too. You knock them up with your ult first, walk under them, then pull them towards you. This will make the enemy sort of bop on your head, giving an extra knockup. Loki has Phantom Shell while invisible. Well, not really a Phantom Shell, but he can phase through both enemies and allies while he's invis. The same also applies to Osiris when his passive is fully stacked. This trick doesn't really prove too useful, but I think it's something cool to know.
Wait, I go through Loki when he's invis? That's kind of cool.
This next one's a cool little bug I found out recently, but Ares can have a floating sword, kind of like Morgan Le Fay. The sword sits out in a jab position in front of him. To do this, you simply have to VGS high and you rock right afterwards. I'm not sure if you need the emotes, but I'm assuming you do since I think the bug stems from the clap and wave emotes overlapping each other. Here's a little hidden interaction with Soulside Tower. You can be within firing range of it while preventing it from shooting you. You just need to hide behind the rock that caves into the tower line. This blocks the tower's line of sight, preventing it from shooting at you. You can use this as a quick getaway if you're tower diving and taking tower shots for your allies. And yes, this also does work with the opposing solo side tower as well. Next up, we've got a really cool feature with Charon. For Charon's second ability, it says he marks and reveals enemies once hit by this ability. Well, what's cool about this is this also applies to invis characters. So if you say hit Loki, for example, he's revealed to you and all of your teammates for the 3-second duration this ability lasts for. I know it's really not a hidden feature per se, but I think it's something that does get overlooked when reading the ability description. Now this is something that's a little more hidden. So we all know that WuKong is root immune while in bird or ox form. Well, if you didn't know, now you do. But what's cool is if you take a character that has a root and a cripple, such as Nox, the cripple will take WuKong out of his dash, but he still won't be rooted from it because he will be root immune while dashing in the first place. Here's a really weird hidden interaction with Geb and Persephone. Geb Shield is an instantaneous cleanse. What's weird is when Geb cleanses himself or an ally out of Persephone's ult, it will cleanse them out of the center of the ult, but then they will still get latched onto by her ult. What makes this even more strange is that if Persephone misses the direct ult but still hits them with the latch effect, and you try to Geb Shield cleanse that, nothing will actually be cleansed and they will still be CC'd. I'm not really sure why this happens since relics like beads or abilities like Hell and Charon cleanses actually cleanse the full ability. Lastly, we have a weird hidden interaction with Geb Shield. Geb cannot stack his shield on top of attack style shields, meaning shields that do damage. I'm not really sure why this is, since he can obviously stack his shield on other shields in the game, but if he tries to stack it on characters like Nemesis or Odin, the shield will simply be consumed within their shield and disappear. Geb Shield won't even animate if this happens. And even if you apply it first, you still get the same result. Alright everyone, so that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed. This was part 2 of some cool tricks and hidden interactions in Smite. If you want to check out part 1, I'll have a link for it in the video description below. Till next time everyone, see ya.